welcome back to my channel. My name is Ada, and on this channel I like to talk about everything regarding knitting, sometimes crocheting, and yeah, that's it. We'll see if I venture out into some other topics, but today we'll be covering those two. And as you might read from the title, today I will be talking about my goals for knitting during 2024, so 2024 knitting goals, and then I will also be diving into some of my immediate knitting plans. I didn't want to do a whole video on knitting plans because I don't really have that many immediate ones. I have currently 2 garment whips that I'm happy with, and I don't really want to think about more. One of them is a summer knit because I decided to start early this year, and one of them is a sweater whip. So I'll still probably get a lot of use out of it once I finish it sometime, I think within the next month, hopefully. So yeah, so I'll start with my goals. So I have 4 goals, and I think they're all pretty attainable for me at this stage in my life. I'm sorry if I keep looking down. I have written a list of things of the goals and also my knitting plans on my new fancy little knitting notebook that I bought for this year. But yeah, we should probably get into the goals, and I'll also put pictures of, I think, the garment, because I have a few garment, or I have one garment goal, but I'll put some pictures of it on the screen, and then also during the plans I will show you what I'm actually talking about. So the first goal that I have is that I would like to knit a dress during this year. And yeah, that's just because I feel like I would really use a knitted dress. I haven't yet decided whether or not I want more of a winter dress or a summer dress. Maybe both, but I think I'm leaning more towards a winter dress, one with a nice chunky turtleneck that has a little bit of positive ease. And yeah, I know that I would want this dress to have some waist shaping and hip shaping, so that it comes in at the waist and then grows again at the hip, so that it makes more of a flattering shape. Because I do have more of a, I think I have more of an hourglass shape, so I would like for the dress to emphasize my waist, since that is the smallest part of my body. And I feel like if it's just a long dress that is the same circumference all around, I would look just like a stick and not a flattering stick. So yeah, I want there to be some shaping, and I am willing to figure out the shaping myself. I'm not necessarily looking for a pattern that already has the shaping, but it would be nice. But I feel like I'm at a point in my knitting where I can figure out some waist shaping, or waist decreases and then hip increases into a pattern if I want to. So I have 2 dresses that I have kind of in mind. The first one is the chestnut dress by Petite Knit. That one would be more for the winter season. That one has a nice chunky, or a nice turtleneck on it, and I think it's a drop shoulder, and that one is you just knit all the way down. There's no shaping. So on that one I would have to do figure out the shaping. The next dress is the Nada dress by Ole Knitwear, and that is more of a summer dress. I think that one, I might be mistaken, but if I remember correctly, I think that one might have some shaping in it, but I might be mistaken. I don't really remember if it has or if it does not have. And yeah, I like that with that one you can like choose how low you want the back to go. I think I would go for more of a higher back because that's just my aesthetic. I don't really like, you know, low back because I do have quite big bust measurement, so I need to wear like a bra pretty much all the time. So I don't really want to be showing like, you know, my bra straps at the back. So yeah, I just want a high back on that one if I decide to make that one. I haven't decided yet what yarns I would be doing for either of them, but I haven't decided on a dress either, so yeah. So with the chestnut dress, I like the color, I like the drop shoulder. I think I prefer like a drop shoulder construction overall, so that would be very, very nice. The only thing with that one is it's knit on 4mm needles, so I think for me, if I'm gonna knit a whole dress, I want it to be on a bigger needle. I think the same issue applies to the Nada dress. I think that one is also on 4. And I think I would even have to go a needle size down because I know people have said regarding like Ulla knitwear that she knits really tightly, and in order to get her gauge, or no, does she knit really loosely? Because I think I've heard people say that in order to get her gauge, you need to go like a needle size down. I don't know. But yeah, I think that one is also pretty much the same gauge as the chestnut dress, so that could be an issue for me. So yeah, because I don't want to knit on tiny needles. Even though 4mm is not that tiny, but like I feel like if I'm gonna knit a whole dress, I don't want to do it on 4mm needles. So I have kind of written down the option here of just like making like a longer sweater. So just, you know, following a sweater pattern and then doing the shaping, and yeah, and making it long. I know some people have had, or I know a lot of people have had success with that. I know Hip Knit Hooray did just that for like a cable sweater where she knitted a dress, and I really like the look of that. I don't want to do a cabled dress. I want to do a stuck in it. I probably should have said that. Yeah, I want my dress to be stuck in it, just, you know, to make it easy on myself. So that is the plan. I don't really have decided what sweater I would lengthen. I have written down the melange sweater, but that is also on 4mm needles, but I don't think I think that's just mainly because I am open to the idea of it having like a folded collar. Yeah, I think either folded collar or a turtleneck would be great. If it's like a wintery dress. If it's a summery, then like I could go with a v-neck, or yeah. Yeah, that is the dress situation. But oh, I'm sorry if I keep shaking you. My dress is not dress. My table is kind of wobbly that you're situated on, but sorry. Yes, continuing on. So that is my first goal regarding the dress. We'll see what I end up on, but yeah, I feel like that's very doable at this point. Next goal is I would like to knit 12 pairs of socks this year, so one pair of socks for each month. I feel like that is doable because I think I mentioned in my last podcast I did 15 pairs of socks last year, but only 9 of those were for myself. So this would be like 12 pairs of socks for myself. So that's that. I don't really have any sort of rules again about this. They could be like vanilla or cabled or colorwork socks. I really have no like issue or whatever on what kind of socks they are. I do know that I would like to knit more sock designs from Stone Knits. I know she has like a couple patterns that I'm really into that I would like to do, and I feel like now that I figured out like a comfortable way for me to do it, because I'm not into fingering weight socks. I just can't. So I think the way that I did the Berry Special socks, I would like to do that way again. So 3mm needles and like sport weight yarn, I think is a good like middle ground for me. That way I'm not compromising on, you know, my hand health, because yeah, 2.5 millimeter and stuff like that like starts to hurt my hands. But yeah, and then I know one sock design that I would like to do is the Rebecca socks. I still have not managed to find the designer. I don't think there is a designer name. So I found that sock design from a knitting or like a crafting magazine. I'll put like a picture of them. I have a picture of them from that magazine on the side. But yeah, it's this like sewing and crocheting and knitting magazine that I am subscribed to, and the sock pattern is from there, and I think it's just like something the magazine like design, so I don't think there is like a designer to be found. But I really like those socks, and I would like to make another pair for myself. I think because the last time I made like a variegated pair of socks, I think this time I would want to do just like a single color, a similar color to this blue cardigan that I'm wearing. And I forgot to mention, this is the garden cardigan by Knits by Summer. I just knit this. This is in a size 5, and it's just overall really cozy. This is in Drops Air, by the way, and it's just really nice. Very nice on these sort of colder days. Yeah, that was my goal regarding the socks. Next goal is just, you know, I feel like every knitter has this on their goals for the new year, is to use stash yarn as much as possible. So I have quite a big stash. I feel like I might try to put in like a picture of what it looks like at the moment, but it's just, this is like a storage system, this pillar here, and I just have boxes that I have put in there. So I'll try to put a picture of it on the screen. But yeah, I feel like I couldn't see how bad it was before I moved out, and then I had to like actually think about like how I would put my, like how I would store my yarn stash. And now that I have it there, I feel like it's just too much. I need to figure out something to do. So yeah, I feel like a reasonable goal would be to, I feel like I want to get down or use at least like about 2 boxes worth of yarn. I think at this point I think I have 5 boxes of yarn in there. So I feel like at least 2 boxes I would like to get rid of, and I feel like that's doable, especially because a lot of them are sweater quantities, so you know, just making one project gets rid of a lot of yarn. But yeah, at least that much I would like to get rid of. The last goal is not necessarily a knitting goal, although I might like actually knit this project, but I would like to make a blanket, and I feel like for me it's easier to crochet a blanket than it is to knit. I know I started the Sweet Shop blanket by Laura Penrose, but I forgot that does not exist anymore, because I don't know, just like it felt easy in theory, but then not really. I feel like if I'm like, I really like the look of it, but I feel like I want more to do the Stella blanket that she's coming out. I feel like with that, because with that one you can do like one square at a time instead of like doing it or building on, or you can do it all in one piece, but I feel like I would prefer for a blanket to like be one piece and then just seam it all at the end. I feel like that is much easier for me. But yeah, I have actually started like 2 blankets by crocheting. Yeah, I was just bored, so, but they're not very far. So the first one is just this, or they're both single crochet, but the other one has a design. The first one is just this. I have all of these, well, this one I ran out of, but the other ones are like plain squares. I think I did 25 by 25 rows, if I remember correctly. And then I just did like a single crochet edge all around to get these nice edges. And currently I have 4. I have started a 5th one, but that one has been in progress for like a month. So I did like 4 of these in 2 days, and then I kind of ran out of mojo. But I feel like this is just so easy because they are all like one color, and I could just like crochet one up in pretty fast. These yarns are like these. I think these, all except this one, but these are like unspun yarns, so I feel like they would be like really, really warm as a blanket. And my plan is to make enough squares and then just I think single crochet them together is what I would do, or then slip stitch them together. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, I feel like now that I've taken it out, I have some newfound inspiration to actually make some squares. I think with the size of these squares, I think I'd only need like 30 squares, so you know, not that, I feel like it's very attainable. Then the next one, this one takes more work, so that's why it's kind of on ice, but it's this one. So as you can see, it is this chrome, you know, that dinosaur shows you when you have no internet. So I just done a bunch of these color work things, and then I've single crocheted them, all of them together. And so this one is also 5 squares, so I think, or not also, but this one has 5 squares, and I think with this one I could also do only like 30 squares, so I'd only need 5 more rows of like this 5 squares. Yeah, but this one is a bit more difficult because it is color work and I have to pay a bit more attention on it, so I have not started like a new square in a while. I feel like this one will be like a square once in a while, but I'm still hopeful that I will someday finish it. All of these yarns are like cotton yarns, but I think, they're all pretty much held double, so it makes it a really thick. And both of these are crocheted on 7mm hooks. So yeah, especially this one, this is like a really tight gauge, so I feel like this will be really warm once it's actually complete. And that's that on my blankets. And the last of my goals for 2024. So those 4 goals: knit a dress, knit 12 pairs of socks, use stash yarn, make a blanket. I feel like that's pretty attainable, especially now that I have 2 blankets of different levels, different difficulties started. So I feel like at least I'll be able to like finish this blanket, because that one takes like literally no effort at all to make those squares. And then we can move into some knitting plans. So I only have 2, so this shouldn't take very long. So I have been feeling like I need some more cardigans in my life. The first one being the April cardigan. I have been like wanting to make that like for a year, but I've just never like had the time or inspiration. So I feel like now that I have actually written it down and I have picked the yarn, that I will actually manage. Yeah, the design with that one, where it's a bit more like skin tight, it's not, I think it only has like 15 centimeters of positive ease, which is still a lot, but compared to, oh yeah, that pattern is by Petite Knit, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that, but still, when you compare it to like Petite Knit's usual patterns, which have like 30 centimeters of positive ease, it feels a lot more skin tight. So I have always known that I wanted to make like a black version of that. I do have a yarn that I bought in mind to make like a blue one, like the sample one, but I feel like I've just kind of realized that I want a black one. So I will make a black one because I have the yarn in stash. So I have decided that I will be holding these 2 yarns together for it. So the mohair is Drops Drops Kid Silk in black. And this is, I feel like everybody knows, but I will just tell you if I can actually find it. Yeah, 75% mohair and 25% silk. I used this on my brother's boyfriend's sleepover, and I feel like it was pretty nice. Yeah, now as I'm like putting it on my neck, I feel like this is soft enough for me. I don't find it that irritating, and I feel pretty good about using it on a cardigan, because that one is not going to be as close to, like, you know, my neck, because I will probably always, you know, be wearing like a shirt like this under it. So yeah, and I just want to use this mohair out of stash. Then I will be holding it together with this, I don't know if you can see there, TT Shop Helmi yarn. This is 100% superwash merino. Not ideal, but I have a lot of this yarn in my stash that I bought before I like realized it was merino, or not merino. I knew it was merino, I didn't realize it was superwash, but I'll just have to do a swatch and see like if this grows that much, and I'll adjust, you know, regarding to that, in regards to that. But yeah, just nice regular black, and this is really soft, so I feel like these will be very nice together and meet gauge. That's the plan. And then I would like to make the April cardigan with like a double button band, because I feel like I wear my cardigans a lot more if they have this. So that is like a modification I'm planning to make to it, but we'll talk about more on that once I actually start the project. And then my next plan is another summer knit. I feel like I want to drop in a summer knit every once in a while once now that we are going towards like spring and summer, even though, you know, as I'm looking out the window, it's winter wonderland out there. But I feel like I'm kind of sick and tired of winter at this point, and I just want to think, you know, towards summer. This like happens every year. Like for the first month, the snow is nice and cool, and then it's like, when is it over? So yeah, so the summer knit is Sailor Swift top by Kutoväkika, or Veronica Lindberg, I think is her name. She's a Finnish designer here in Finland, or I think she's like a Finnish-Swedish, but she lives here in Finland, and she makes also YouTube videos, and she has a really helpful video on this specific top. I already have the pattern because I was gonna knit it last summer, but then I never did. So I decided to do it now, and I decided I might make another one, but at first I'm gonna do like just the one color. Because it is such a small gauge, I don't really want to think about the shredding. So this is TT Shop Helmi yarn in this beautiful like electric blue. I feel like it's not coming across as 100% what it actually looks like in real life. It looks a lot more brighter royal blue, but it actually is like, oh yeah, I think this is the real color. Yeah, this one looks a bit lighter, but yeah, this is like the actual color. So yeah, I will probably also have to swatch and see if the superwash component of this will affect, you know, my project, which it probably will, but at least I'm only working with one color. But this is so soft, but I'm really happy with my plans so far, and I love this color, and I feel like this is like a perfect color for a summery day. But yeah, those are my plans. April cardigan, Sailor Swift top, and I think that's it for me during this video. Hope you liked it. Hope you like my plans and my goals. I hope this inspired you to make some of your own goals, because I feel like goals are nice. You don't always have to follow them though, you know, like that's why I picked, you know, pretty attainable goals. I don't want to go over the top with goals I know that I won't be able to achieve. So that's why only those 4 specific goals. And yeah, I hope you found something inspiring in this video. I would love to know if you've been knitting on something during this. That always inspires me to, like, you know, look at new projects that I could be making and stuff like that. But yeah, that's it for me, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you probably in my next podcast episode. Bye!